Hello, everyone. Welcome to We the People. Today we will be reading the first 10 amendments of the Constitution of the United States, known as the Bill of Rights. During each section, I will give a brief summary of what the wording means, and as always, I'm requesting that if you have not subscribed to my channel, be sure and hit that subscribe button below. So without further ado, I present the Constitution of the United States, the Bill of Rights. And what led up to the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, is the conventions of a number of states having, at the time of adopting the Constitution, expressed a desire, in order to prevent misconstruction or abuse of its power, that further declaratory and restrictive clauses should be added. And as extending the ground of public confidence in the government will best ensure the benefits end of its Constitution. I'm having problems with my speaking today. Sorry. Resolved by the Senate and the House of Representatives of the United States of America, in Congress assembled, 2/3 of both houses concurring, that the following articles be proposed to the legislature of the several states as amendments to the Constitution of the United States, all or any of which articles, when ratified by 3/4 of the said legislature, to be valid to all intents and purposes as part of the said Constitution. Namely, and here we go, starting with the Bill of Rights. Amendment 1. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercises thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peacefully to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Okay, as mentioned before in my last video, there were parts that were misconstrued as about the separation of church and state. The meaning behind this amendment is that the American people will have the freedom of religion. They will have a freedom of speech. They will have a freedom of the press, and the freedom of assembly to peacefully petition the government of redress of grievances. Nowhere does it say that there is a separation of church and state. Nowhere does it say that we cannot talk about religion in our schools. Nowhere does it state that government can prohibit prayer at the beginning of procedures or assemblies. Amendment 2, another controversial amendment, the right to bear arms. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So, the right of the Americans to bear arms for protection of the country and self-preservation will not be infringed upon. Now, I personally believe that this amendment should not ever be overturned. However, it should state that the right to legally bear arms shall not be infringed upon, and should not give the government the rights to ban certain weapons. To lawfully acquire and use these weapons should not be infringed. We also know that if a person wants to commit a crime with a weapon, he will in fact be able to acquire what he needs unlawfully, and that is the problem we are having today. If gun owners and gun sellers abide by the law, then we could have better security and a better country. Amendment 3. No soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Of course, this amendment was established because the British government was always putting their people in houses against the will of the owner. They would just come up and say, okay, our people are staying here for the night, and you need to stay out of their way. So Amendment 4, the right of the people to secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable search and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. This has always been a controversial law. The search and seizure law is what it's called. The right that law enforcement has is, for example, I'm investigating a dogfighting ring. Upon arrival, I see that there is a fence around the backyard. I have the right to approach the door to see if anybody is home. There is no one there, but I have the right to observe what I can from the path that I took to approach the front door, and I must return by the same path when returning to my vehicle. I do not have the right to walk around the yard, look over the fence to gather evidence, without the permission of the residents of the dwelling. I must be able to have probable cause in a lawful manner to proceed. And to add to this, the person that was turned into complaint lives next door. They have a 2-story house. And they approached me out in the street and asked me what I'm going to I can do. I said, well, I can't do anything right now because I can't see into the backyard. There's nobody home. I don't have the right to enter the property. Well, they informed me that you can see everything you want from our bedroom window, and you have a right to come into my house and look up there. Now I have a legally gained access to the residents next door. They have given me permission to go up to the bedroom in the back corner, and they have given me permission to look out their window. And when I go up there and I look out the window and I see everything I need to see from that window, dogfighting equipment, treadmills, refrigerators that are keeping drugs and stuff in, dogs chained to trees on 3-4 foot chains, I now have probable cause. And with the probable cause, I can then go and get a warrant. And the warrant has to state that what I'm looking for, what I'm looking for, where it's at on the property. Also must state how I was able to access that information. So now there, I have the probable cause to proceed with the case. All right, Amendment 5. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. So this is why you hear people talking about they're being questioned about something, and they'll say, I'm pleading the Fifth. Well, they're pleading the Fifth Amendment, the right to not incriminate themselves. It also talks about double jeopardy, not being a witness against yourself. It talks about due process of law, which is what I was just talking about a while ago. Everything has to follow in order for things to happen. Amendment 6. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of accusation, to be confronted with the witness against him, and to have compulsory process for obtaining witness in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. The right to a speedy trial. Right. Try to get a speedy trial these days. You will not get a speedy trial. The accused has the right to legal counsel. The accused has the right to face their accuser and to be informed of what the accusation is. Now, the way a lot of people get away about not being the accused informed of who the accuser is people will call in a complaint, and then they'll say, well, I want to remain anonymous. And different departments handle that different ways. And that's one way they get away with not being able to have to be confronted by the person they're accusing. Amendment 7. In suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. This is the right of trial by jury that's covered here. Then Amendment 8 is excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. Of course, you have to go back and what do they mean by excessive fines? What do they mean by unusual punishments? Are they saying that the death penalty can't be given here? I don't know. That's Amendment 8. Amendment 9. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. And Amendment 10. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. Now that is the Bill of Rights as it is written. I got my information from the Library of Congress. That's where I got my Constitution and my Bill of Rights. And also the History Channel. I like to give a shout out to the History Channel. I do get material from them when I'm making these videos. Now, my next video, I will be continuing on with the rest of the amendments. There are quite a few more amendments that to go over. Don't have time to do it all in one video today because I know that retention on these videos is not that good. That people get bored real easy and they don't want to stay and watch the entire video. So this weekend is Veterans Day, and we want to send out a salute to all veterans that have served our country and it has obtained the freedom that we are having today. And if you see a veteran, make sure you thank them for their services that they have given to our country, for their sacrifices. Also remember all the ones who have not returned. Remember their families on this day. Saturday is Veterans Day. So without further ado, I'm going to bid you farewell from my family of yours. Have a good day and a good Veterans holiday. God bless America.